So this is Elden Ring, bro. Oh my god, it's such a fucking awesome game, dude. I swear to God. So let's share this shit on Twitter so all my Twitter friends can come watch. Yeah, if you guys have me on Twitter, go ahead and share it on all your platforms. Which is like probably TikTok, because that's all you kids watch. It's not the same, bro. Okay, let's not do that. How do you, like, enter this shit? Oh my god. Where's the fucking enter button, dude? Oh, there it is. Alright, I just gotta do that. Alright, let's do this. There we go. Come watch Elden Ring with me.
Remember how to do it now. Remember how to do it? Okay.
Okay.
Remember you squeeze it? Squeeze the bone?
Dude, this shit is fucking pissing me off. Like, come on. There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna wait till I get some viewers, and then we'll start. I don't want to start it with no viewers, because I'm gonna let them pick the class. I'm probably gonna pick Vagabond, because I was thinking about making a King Leonidas set. So it's either Vagabond or Hero, but I really don't want to use like my magic wand and like blue stuff, because that's gay. You know what I mean? So yeah, tell Clayton to go on my YouTube channel and subscribe before I slap his bitch ass. Fuck you, Squishmallow. OG underscore THIIIRSTY. You better recognize, bitch. Yeah, bro, because I used to give shit to people. My dog. And tell him to share it to his, whatever. Right? Let's see if we get some fucking watchers. Come on, I got 0. Like, y'all niggas want to see me fucking play? I'd rather just play by myself.
Good, do it. At least you're quiet.
What's up, Jerry? Hello, fellow tarnished. I know, right? It's crazy.
Why don't you just call it Drunk Elden Ring? People will probably respond to that.
Right? Oh my god.
Drunk Ring.
Is your name still like? Is your name still I Kill Dogs? Hi, Pappy. What the fuck? I don't understand how I have one message and like no viewers. It makes no sense to me. Oh, here we go. I got one viewer. Hi, one viewer, daughter. Like, you know, listen. This video is to show friends and people that I know what this game's all about. So when you first start the game, you got to create a character.
No.
And you have choice between Vagabond, Warrior, Hero, Bandit, Astrologer, Prophet, Samurai, Prisoner, Confessor, or Wretch. But if you hit the triangle button on PlayStation, it'll show you all their stats. So I believe, in my personal opinion, that Vagabond's your best bet. But if you want to be like a sorcerer and cast spells, you're going to want to go with either Astrologer for Glimstone spells. But if you want, incantations, you're going to go with Prophet and or Confessor. But for like hard melee, like strength builds, you're going to go with Vagabond, Warrior, Hero, or Samurai. As far as like Prisoner and fucking Bandit goes, those are for like more extreme players, like more advanced type players. So we're gonna go with Vagabond. Clayton Dykus, bro, you got to put your whole government on there, bro. So we're gonna go with Vagabond. Type A is male, type B is female. We're gonna go with male because we're dudes. And we're going to go with King Leonidas. So King, and I don't even know how to spell Leonidas. So we're going to go on Google and type it in. Shit. How he spelled King Leonidas. Let's go. King, I think it's L-I-O. Leonidas. L-E-O. L-E-O N-I-D-A-S. N-I-D-A-S. Listen, if you're watching this and you don't know who King Leonidas is, you need to watch the movie 300. It'll help you. So age, we're going to go mature. Vagabond, keepsake, we're going to go with, because I saw somebody who said stone sword keys are the best, actually. Because no matter what, you're still going to get the same amount. So detailed appearance, who really gives a shit? We're going to go with like mature voice and skin color, who cares? We're going to put him a beard, facial hair. We're going to go beard, because King Leonidas had a beard. And hair, we're going to go with... King Leonidas had like short hair, right? He definitely didn't have a fucking bowl cut, bro. Oh my god. King Leonidas had like this haircut here. So let's go with this, and then hair color is gonna be black. And as far as face, who gives a shit? And tattoos, who gives a shit? You could change that all you want. And let's change it up a little bit. We'll go with this, and we'll make his fucking eyes low. Just to make him look sad. Or make him look mad. Or was it hair, eyebrows, brow, who cares? Brow color. Where's the fucking like altar body? Head, who cares? Chest, we're gonna make him fucking huge. You hit R1 to make it go faster. Body, muscular, because fucking King Leonidas plays no games. Alter, adjust face template, face structure. Brow ridge.
What are you doing?
Let's make his eyes mad. Why won't he look mad? Oh my god, fuck off.
Did you put the stuff back in the packet?
Forehead, there we go, forehead depth.
Line?
Forehead protrusion.
Did you seal it up so it doesn't get all yucky? Let mommy see it. Just a slime packet. I just want to make sure it's...
Alright, he looks mad enough. That looks like King Leonidas enough for me.
Uh-oh, let me see. Did you put the piece back in there that I took out?
Alright, let's go to finish.
The piece
Here
you're
we go.
using for the dog
So this is the introduction
The
to
piece
Elden
that you
Ring.
pooped
I'm
out,
gonna let you
did
watch
put
it.
it back
If
in
you don't want to watch it, skip 30 seconds.
Good. It's all sealed up. Good job.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you watch it in the future. This game is fucking awesome, by the way.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Yeah. Comment. Magic OP, fuck you.
The great Elden Ring.
See, now if you watch the introduction now, it makes sense.
In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Okay, so this is the very beginning. Use your right analog stick to move your camera around. These things are messages that other players leave. You can press triangle to read them. Sometimes they're important, sometimes they're not. Anytime you see this kind of loot, pick it up. Pillage remains. Tarnished Wizened Finger. You need those fingers to summon other players, or to put your finger down to play with other friends. So this game, it doesn't really tell you where to go, so you have to kind of figure it out on your own. If you look over here, there's a door. Door is blocked shut, so you have to move forward. These are called bloodstains. You can press triangle on them to see how other players died. So that player died by jumping off, so we're not going to jump off. We're going to go down these stairs here. You hold circle to sprint. And you're going to come across a mini boss here. And you're supposed to die to this guy. You press R3, which is your right analog stick, in to target him. See a little white dot on him? That means I'm targeted on him. If I hit R3, I take it off. If I hit R3 again, I target him. You hit circle to roll, but you'll run out of endurance. See, you're supposed to die here so you can get the next cutscene. So here's the next cutscene. What up, Migs?
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Alright, so these things are flasks. The Flask of Crimson Tears. The Flask of Crimson Tears gives you health. So anytime you're low on health, you drink one of these, and your HP will go up. The Flask of Cerulean Tears, it gives you HP, or FP, which is your mana, which is your magic potions. If you're running a magic build, you want a lot of those FP potions. If you're running a strength build like we are here, you're going to want a lot of health potions. See, you would think in the beginning, because it doesn't tell you where to go up these stairs. But no, what you want to do is you want to go back here. Anytime you see one of these ghost looking things, you want to talk to them. You hit X to skip their dialogue. If you jump down here, this is going to be your tutorial, aka teach you how to play the game. Let's make sure that our settings are set to tutorials on. That way we know what to do. I'll give you the quick rundown. What's up, Larry? Sites of Grace. These little things right here in front of us. You want to touch these. Every time you touch these, if you open up your map, it gives you one of these yellow markers on the map. And these yellow markers is how you fast travel across the world. If you sit down at it, you have this menu here that you can go through. Every time you sit down at one, it respawns all your enemies except for the big bosses. So all your normal enemies, they're going to respawn. But all your bosses, they won't. This is Flasks. Add charge to Flask. Use golden seed. We don't have any. Increase amount. So every time you drink, you get more power for your punch. You have to use a sacred tier. We don't have any yet. Allocate flasks. So here you can go to the left is HP, to the right is magic. So to the right we have 4 magic potions and 0 health. All the way to the left we have 4 health, 0 magic. We're not using magic, so we want to favor health. If you were using magic, you'd probably want to do like 4-2 or 2-2, maybe 3-1. And once you're done, you hit confirm. Then go to cancel. Then you have all this, which we'll go over later. For now, we're going to leave. Reset camera or lock on. So this is telling you R3, which is your right joystick, you push it in. See the little white dot? On, off, on, off. When you click it on, you lock onto them. If you take it off, your guy will move like this. But if you lock it on, you'll move like this. R1, light attack. Lock onto him. R2 is heavy. The longer you hold down R2, the heavier the hit. We're locked onto him. Now we're gonna guarding. So it's telling us to put up our shield. So you hit L1 to put up your left hand ornament. Now if you look to the bottom left, you have a shield, you have a potion, and you have a sword. So if you hit left, now you have nothing. If you hit left again, you have your shield. If you hit right, you have nothing. You have this. If you hit right again, you have your sword. If you hit down, you'll scroll through your potions. So now we're going to hit L1 because we have our shield there. We're going to let him hit. And we're going to follow it up with an R2. Because we blocked and now we're able to parry. Let's lock onto him. Put our shield up. He hit. R2. Easy kill. So let's continue on. X is to jump. X, X, X. See, there's a guy up there. So we're going to lock onto him. We're going to put our shield up. Because we can't hit him. He's shooting arrows at you, so your shield is blocking the arrows. You hit R3 to unlock. And these are... Anytime you see little flowers like this, you press triangle to acquire materials. This is what you use to craft things. Crafting is a big part of the game. You can craft all kinds of cool weapons. So to see this guy, we're going to hit R3 to lock on him. He's got his shield up. So do we. So when he cocks back, we're going to hit circle left. See how we roll to the left, we roll to the right, roll to the left, roll to the right. He's going to hit, and we're going to block it, and then hit R2 immediately. So now, when you hear that noise, that's called a critical chance. You can walk right up to him and hit R1 to do a critical hit, which is basically a finisher move. Here's a guy here. We're going to hit R3 to lock onto him. Put up your shield. Let him hit. R2, boom. You hear the noise, right? Easy. Now, not all enemies are going to be that easy. So we got hit by an arrow. So what does that mean? You lock on and put your shield up. That way he can't hurt you with his arrows. Hit another arrow. Now walk in on him. Quick attack. That was R1, which are quick attacks. They take a little bit longer, but they're critical. Skills. Armament's special abilities called skills. L2 is your skill button. So if you look on the left of your screen, you see the word parry. That's your skill. Parries are hard to do unless you're a professional at the game. You have all kinds of specials that you could assign to your weapons. Parry is one of the hardest, but very effective if you master it. Crouching. So you want to hit L3, which is your left joystick in to crouch. When you're in the crouch position, they can't hear you. So you lock onto him. He has no idea you're creeping up behind him. You sneak up behind him. I mean, you could just sit here all day long as you're crouched and you're behind them. They have no idea you're there. You hit R1 to do a finisher move. There's a guy way over there. You can lock on from way back here. R3 to lock on. You can crouch. See, he's got his back turned. He don't know what we're doing. As long as we're crouched, he don't know. Left, right, left, right. As long as you don't make no noise, he has no idea. Stake up behind him. You can do all you want. R1 to do a finisher. Let's continue on. Stance breaking. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance, giving a chance to perform a critical hit, which we've already done. So you hold R2 to do a charge attack, or you could do R2 while in the air. So X is a jump, R2 is a heavy attack. X is the jump, R2 is a heavy attack. Lock onto him, or you could just hold R2, and that'll do that, and then you could do a finisher move. And this only works on measly little enemies, not bosses. Some bosses. If you get far advanced, it will. Stakes of America. So anytime you see this, this right here will allow you to summon other players to come help you. But most of the time you're going to have a passcode to bring your friends along. Anytime you see this green wall, that means there's a boss. So before you fight a boss, you always want to put on all your buffs if you have any. But we don't have any yet, so we're just going to heal up, because that's the only buff we really have. And then you're going to enter the boss room. On the bottom it shows their health. And this boss is called Soldier of Godric. So we're going to lock onto him, we're going to put up our shield. It's pretty much telling us the guard counters, which are that thing I was telling you earlier. Now, his posture has been broken, so we can do a finisher move, and now he's dead. 2 hits. You could go ahead and you can loot if you want to, see if there's anything worth a shit, but I promise you there's not in here. Like I said, these blood stains will show you how people died. He was doing all kinds of rolls, and he got killed by the boss because he wasn't using a shield. And these little messages, like I said, were from other players. Didn't expect strong foe. That was not a strong foe. See, most people, they're in a rush, so they're just going to jump off and try to get out of here. But people like me, who like to explore, we see things like this, and we like to pick them up. So now we have an emote called Strength. If you hit the options button, aka pause button, if you scroll over to the right, you have these emotes. There's 6 of them. If you hit triangle, you can change the emote. So we just got this one called Strength. So let's scroll through until we see the one called Strength. You hit X, and then hit circle to back out. And now we have this one called Strength. So you just hit X on it, and this is what he does. Yeah, I'm strong. So now you just back out. Now be careful, because if I jump this way, I'm going to die. That's a long fall. If I jump this way, I'll be okay. Now if you see trees like this, this is where you get golden seeds. And golden seeds is how you make your flasks more. See, right now we only have 3. The more of these, the more you get. I think the total max is 14. So now we have 3 plus 0. So you could have 14 total. If you see these, there's a golden seed underneath. So let's continue. Can you go back there and explore? Yes, you can, but there's nothing back there. That piece of loot that's up there, that little white dot right above my head, you get that way later on. So let's continue. These Dark Souls games, they don't tell you what to do. You basically got to figure it out on your own. But these little YouTube videos will help you speed up the process. So this room has nothing. There's a message here. What does it say? Nothing. It's actually a candle. Here's a site of grace. You always want to at least touch them. You don't have to sit at them every time, but you want to touch them at least to open them up. So now we have 2. We have the one that we're at and this one. We have these 2. The map's all blacked out. We'll open this map up later. So this here is a fog wall. The only way to open these fog walls is to come over here, press triangle to examine. Do you want to use a stone sword key? See how we started with stone sword keys? Now we could use one. Now it's open. So we can go down here and explore if we want, but we'll come back here later because this is a really hard place. What's at the end of this game is called a talisman. At the end of this little wall that we just came through, it's a talisman, which is super good, but if you go to equipment, this is your right hand armaments, which we don't need this because it makes us heavy. If you look to the right under armaments, let's hit the R3 button. If you look to the right, it says equipment load. All the way over to the right on the bottom, equipment load. We're at medium load. If we were to equip this, now we're at heavy load. So now we're fat rolling. See how slow I'm rolling? But if we take this off, now we're at medium load, which means we're not fat rolling anymore, which makes us a little bit more agile when it comes to combat. But anyways, down here is a talisman, which you equip right here under talismans. We don't have any yet, but that talisman is hard to get. We'll come back later to get it. Most players just run through. Oh, let's run past. Come on, let's go fast. Motherfuckers like me, nope, I saw this. This is a co-op finger. This is how you get your friends to come join you, which I have waiting in the party very patiently for me to summon them. So anytime you see a lift like this, if there's a hole there, if you go through it, most likely you're going to fall all the way to the bottom and die. There's a little lever usually, like right over here, you can pull. Well, this one has a button. You just step on it, and it lifts you up. Most people, like I said, they're going to run, but you could always explore. Obviously, there's nothing here, so we're going to run up here. Left, right, nothing. Let's open this door. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Limgrave. You're going to be spending probably the first week here. You can open up your map by touching your touchpad. It's all blacked out. We can't see shit except the square. What do we see in front of us? A grace. Like I said, you don't have to sit at them all the time, but you at least got to touch it. So, If it's an enemy in front of us, if you hit R3, you'll lock onto him. This is not an enemy. I'm spamming R3, so this is an NPC.
Oh,
Press triangle to talk
yes.
to him and
Tarnished
listen to what he
ring.
says.
Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
What you want to do is press triangle again and keep
For you, however,
exhausting their dialogue, because sometimes if you keep exhausting it, they'll give you something. You'll know when they're done if they repeat themselves.
me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
So if you listen there, he's telling you that these graces will actually tell you where to go. The game's not like God of War, where you go somewhere and it says, go here on the map. No, this game doesn't tell you that. It's an open world game. You can do whatever you want. But these graces will actually tell you where you got to go next. So if you open up your map, ours is blacked out. We don't have the map unlocked yet. We'll get there. But if you open up your map and you look at the grace, this little yellow line's actually pointing. Where, we don't know exactly. It's kind of just pointing north. But if you go down here and you look at the top of the screen, you have a compass. So if you line up this grace, it's got a little yellow thing. You see that yellow thing right above my head? We can line it up with the compass. So it's pretty much telling us to go north. But we haven't finished our dialogue with this guy yet.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
See if he's done talking.
It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are. It's time you set off, I should think.
Alright, he's repeating himself, so you just walk away and he'll stop. He told us to go to Castle Stormville. So if you look around on your map, this grace is telling us to go north. But if you kind of look, you see a castle over there, so you kind of know where to go. Let me introduce you to brick walls. Brick walls are something that you hit. When you hit a brick wall, that means you must grind the game until you get stronger to surpass said brick wall. So when you first come in the game, if you have no idea about Dark Souls and the hardness of the game, the difficulty of the game, you're going to think like it's any other game and you can just kick anybody's ass. So the first thing you see is this guy. Press R3 to lock onto him. Let's go fight him. Yeah, we'll kick his ass. Oh my god, he killed us in a half a second. That, my friends, is called a brick wall. When you come across a brick wall, you do not come back to that brick wall until you are confident that you're strong enough to surpass said brick wall. We are not strong enough. Anytime you die, it's going to spawn you either at the last grace you touched or at the last state of America you touched. This is the last grace we touched. So this is where they spawn us. Now look on our compass. You see that little golden thing? That's our runes. Anytime you die, you lose your runes, which is your in-game money. The only way you can get it back is by picking it up. If you die again, you lose it forever. So we're going to try to pick them up before this guy kills us. Which we probably won't do. His reach is impeccable. Which is fine. One thing about this game, 99% of the time, if you can outrun these guys, then they'll just get their aggro off of you. Now it's telling us to go north, which we don't have a compass right now. Let's just let this guy kill us. Go ahead and kill me. See, now we lost our runes forever, which wasn't many. It was probably like 400. Seems like a lot at the beginning, but it's definitely not nothing. Right, Bumblebee? Yeah, 400 runes is a lot when you start, but yeah, like people like Bumblebee or need like 4 million to level up. It's nothing. So anyways, now we lost our runes forever. It's okay. That brick wall we're not ready for. Now this little rune thing on our compass we don't need because now we know we're at 0. So let's follow this grace. This grace is basically, let's line it up. It's telling us to head north. Open up your map. It's telling you to head north. So let's head north and see where it leads us. Don't jump off every cliff like that. Some of them you'll survive, some of them you won't. Anytime you see that acquire material, go ahead and acquire it because it's good for crafting. Now we're not going left, we're not going right. We're just heading north like the grace told us to. What's this? It's a structure. We keep heading north. Okay. Can't go there. But we know that if we keep heading north... Oh, look, another grace. The grace will always send you to another grace. Anytime you see these guys with the little horse behind them, they're merchants. Merchants sell you things.
I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
See how they have this menu? You can purchase. You can sell. You can ask him about himself.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
See that's gone. You already know about Kelly. Let's see what his recommendations are.
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
See what his other recommendation is.
You know, if you can spare the runes,
see,
you should buy yourself a
we've exhausted his dialogue, so let's walk away. And let's go back to him. Once they start repeating themselves, it means nothing.
Still going to purchase something.
So he was talking about a crafting kit, which is right here. We don't have enough runes, which is okay. We'll come back and get it. Do we have anything to sell him? No, we don't. So we'll leave.
Bye for now.
What's this over here? This is a smithing table. We just picked up a smithing stone 1. Strengthen armaments. So we have a sword and we have a shield. But we don't have enough smithing stones, because you see required items. Smithing stone 1, it requires 2, which is red, and we only have 1. And even if we had 2, we don't have enough runes, because it requires 250 here, 340 here. If you're just standing in the open world, you hit triangle. On the bottom right, it'll show your runes. On the top left, it'll show your health. On the bottom left, it'll show you your weapon loadout. So let's look at this grace. This grace is telling us to head north. So let's head north. Hold circle to sprint. In the beginning there's enemies. You could fight them if you want. Sometimes they're a little bit hard. So we just got 64 runes from killing that guy. So let's pick these up because this is the things we use for our crafting kit that we're going to buy later. See an enemy over here, he don't see us. So you lock onto him. Remember, crouch to be sneaky. Like I said, he has no idea we're here. We can move all the way we want. As long as we're crouched, you don't know. Hit R1 to do a finishing move. Little shiny here, let's pick that up. These are little daggers that you could put. So let's do that now. So you open up your pause menu, go to equipment. This is your right hand armament, which is like your sword or whatever weapon you're using. Left, whatever weapon you're using. Helmet, torso, gloves, boots. Talismans, we don't have. But here, you could put 10 items here. And it doesn't matter what you put here. As long as they're comfortable to your feeling. What I like to do is put my darts here. Press X, put darts. So now we have darts. So now if we hit down on our D-pad, we have a potion, and darts. Keep hitting down until you're hovering over what you want. And whatever's there, you press square to use. Oh, here's the guy. So we're going to lock onto him. We're not going to use a potion on him. We're going to use our darts. So you hit square. So now he's dead. Here's some materials we can pick up. A little shiny thing over here. These are Rune Fragments, which are money, which is what you need for this game to upgrade. Anytime you see these kind of structures, there's usually Rune Fragments all over them. Late in the game, Rune Fragments really don't mean shit, but early, they are very important. You hear that noise? See what it is. You lock onto these things. They're called like beetles or something like that. You have to destroy them. They will disappear if you don't keep hitting them. And they'll give you stuff. Either they'll refill all your potions, or they'll give you Ashes of War, which we'll talk about later. So here's something you can collect for your crafting kit. And don't forget, our Grace told us to head where? North. You see this over here? That looks cool. But that's east. We don't want to go there. Not yet. We want to continue north like our Grace told us to. Line our thing up with the letter N. And let's continue straight. What do you see in the distance? A Grace. You see that? A little golden thing over there looks like a little campfire, maybe a candle. That's called a Grace. Always touch them. But in this game, on your third Grace, you want to sit down at it. Because now you're going to go into dialogue with your helper. It could be any third Grace, but this is the one you want to do. But if you want to explore, no matter what, it'll be the third Grace that you actually sit down at.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
So you heard what she said. Basically, anytime you're sitting at a grace, you can level up.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
And level up is how you make your character stronger.
For but a moment, share them with me.
But it requires runes. Right now we have 192. We need 811 to upgrade.
He would follow.
So we can't. So let's just back out. Flasks, like I said, add charge. We need a golden seed. Do we have any? Nope. Increase the amount replenished by flasks. Requires a sacred tear. Do we have any? Nope. Memorize spell. We don't have any spells to memorize yet. On the top, here's the 2. On the bottom, where you see those 5 little squares that are blacked out, those are your spells. We don't have any spells, and we don't have any to put there, so we'll do that later. Your chest is on the right. We definitely don't have enough loot to fill up your chest, so this is all we have for now. So we're going to leave. So now, she gave us the ring for our horse. If you press the pause button, you go to your inventory, this little ring right here, Spectral Steed Whistle. Now if you go to your inventory, you could actually press X on it and use it. But if you're in a situation to where you're fighting a bunch of people, you don't have time to go to pause, inventory, scroll over. So what we're going to do is pause, go over to the right, you have this, which are 4 little things that you could assign to your right D-pad option. Me personally, I like to put it on the left. You can do whatever you want. So you hit triangle, you assign it by pressing X, and then you hit circle, and there it is. What that does is, if you just hit triangle, it brings up your little weapon thing on the bottom. Like I said, you hit left D-pad to change your left armament. So it's naked or shield. You hit right on your D-pad, naked or shield. But if you have multiple weapons on any of these, it'll just scroll through the weapons. Down on your D-pad, scrolls through whatever you put on these bottom 10, which we only have 3 right now. 1, 2, 3. But if you hold down triangle, it'll bring up this menu. So if you're in a situation where you need to get out, you just hold down triangle and immediately hit left on your D-pad, and now you're on your horse. Hit circle 1 time and they'll sprint forever. If you keep pressing circle, he'll do a little dash. You'll run out of stamina. Once you see, look, come across enemies. So now look, on the top left, every time you hit circle, that little green bar is running out. Now I can't dash anymore. That means their aggro's on you. But if we lose their aggro, which is their aggravation on you, Takes a little bit of time. See, now it's gone. Now you can do that little dash forever. But you don't need to do that. This is what it looks like when you're just going normal. You hit circle once and now he's sprinting. If you hit X, he jumps. If you hit X twice, he does a double jump. Double jump. Double jump. You hit L3, which is your left joystick in, he'll get off. Hold down triangle left, there's your horse. Hit L3, he's off. Triangle left, there's your horse. L3, he's off. Let's go back to this gray suite we're at. So you could open up your map, which is blacked out. Or you could just look at the grace, and this grace is telling you to go basically northwest, which is through that cave. Before we do that, I'm going to show you something. You open up your map by hitting your touchpad. You see this little red insignia looking tower? Not this. This is like a sign for a ruins or a church. But this actual red tower looking thing. If you press X on it, you'll have a little blue marker. Now look at your compass. Let's follow the blue marker. Might run into some problems on the way. Like your tutorial, squat, lock on. Now he doesn't hear us. We can do whatever we want. We can sniff his ass. He doesn't know. R1 to do a finisher move. Now let's follow our circle thing. I mean our little map thing that we made. If you walk through it, it'll disappear. Now, this didn't show us shit. Oh, cool, you're on a rock. But if you open up your map, this little red tower thing is what you're looking for. And what they always look like is this, what's right in front of us. This little statue looking thing. All maps look like this. Here's an enemy. So we're going to crouch, we're going to lock on, we're going to sneak up behind him, and we're going to do a finisher move. Now I heard a noise to my right. I looked to my right, there's an enemy. But we're going to hurry up and pick this up. Triangle, map, and now we can just hold down circle to sprint away. They'll lose their aggro off of us and they won't bother us anymore. Go back to our grace, and you can sit at it. Now all those guys respawn, but they're not mad at you anymore. They have no idea you're there. Which is called resetting aggro. See that guy we just hit with finisher move? There he is. So let's lock onto him, do a little squat. Let's finish him off, and then I'll show you something. Directly behind us is a wagon. These black wagons, can't miss them. They're all over the map. 90% of the time, they have a treasure chest in the back. You open up these, and they give you a little treasure. What do we have? Lordsman's Greatsword. Okay, cool. So now you go to your pause menu, go to your equipment. Right now, our right-hand ornament is a longsword. You press X on it, and this is a Lord's Sworn's Greatsword. See how there's a red X on it? You know why? Because if you look closely, in the middle of your screen, it says Lordsman's Greatsword, blah, 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 attack power, blah, 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 blah. Look at the bottom. It says attribute scaling, strength D, dexterity D, strength required, 16. It's in the red. So if you go back, you go to your status, look at our strength. Our strength is at a 14. So we're not strong enough to wield this weapon. Can we put it on? Yes, we can. But when we hit somebody, it's not going to do any damage. But if you hold down triangle and hit R2, now we're double handing it. See that? Triangle R2, one hand. Triangle R2. Well, you could do either or. R1 or R2, it doesn't matter. Two hands, one hand. Two hands, one hand. So here it is at one hand. You go to your status. We're at 14th strength. But if you look on the top right corner, it says right hand armament 81. Go to equipment. It's in the X. It's in the red. So you hit X on it. It's in the red. So it's back out. Now triangle R1 or R2. It doesn't matter. Now we're two-handing it. Now go to equipment. See how the red X is gone now? Because when you're holding it with two hands, your strength goes up by 0.5%. So if you're at 20, what's half of 20 is 10. So now your 20 is now a 30, for example. So now you go to status. Look at the right hand armament now on the top right. It's 161. Now you can wield this thing. But you're shieldless, which I don't recommend in the beginning of the game. Just go ahead and put that sword back on. And now you have your shield. You're good to go. Look at your weight. On the bottom right hand corner it says medium load. It's not in the red. You're good, which means you're not going to fat roll. Alright, so now that's all done, let's go to this grace. This grace is telling us to go northwest, but we just opened up the map. So now we're going to open up our map. And now look, it's not all blacked out. We have all this stuff. So this is the first grace we were at, aka the first step. It told us to go this way. We ran into this grace, the Church of Ella, where we had that little merchant, Callie, or Kale. He told us to go, that grace told us to go this way, which is exactly where the fuck we're at right now. And now this grace is telling us to go northwest. So let me introduce you to another brick wall. Normal player has no idea what they're doing. Yeah, let's go northwest like it's telling us to. Holy shit, there's a huge fucking giant. Let's lock onto him and kick his ass. Yeah, giant, we're gonna fuck you up. We're the new guy. Yeah, we know how to roll and stuff. And we know how to drink our flasks. Oh, we're dead. That is a brick wall. What did I say earlier about brick walls? Go get stronger and come back to the brick wall. You're not ready to go past that brick wall yet. What up, Big RCT? How you doing, bro? I'm about to end the stream. I just wanted to give them the beginning basics of Elden Ring. Most people quit. Like, oh, this shit's too fucking hard, man. Fuck this. I'm done. So we lost our runes. So we could either I or A run up there and get them, or get our horse, hurry up and get them. Go to these things, press triangle, and get the hell out of there, because this brick wall is too strong for us. Like I said earlier, if you want these guys to stop chasing you, hurry up and rest at the grace. Now guess what? That giant that was just ready to kill us, he's no longer there. We just reset their aggro. So you can come here and farm these guys if you want. Look at our runes on the bottom right, 387. That guy just gave us 64 runes. Now I'll give you a little tip. This guy right here has a horn. If he sounds the horn, all these enemies are going to come hit you at the same time. Now you just gave yourself a little bit of breathing room. Hold up your shield. R2. You heard that noise? That means you could do a finisher, which I kind of fucked it up, but it's fine. You'll learn your own as you go. Oh, there's a guy here. Let's crouch and sneak up on him real quick. Don't forget, we started off with like 300 something runes in this little area. Finisher move. He's dead. He just gave us 64 more runes. Read this message. Let there be stealth. Some of them are worthy. This is stealth while you're crouching. No enemies around. There's one right there. So in this place, which you'll spend a lot of your beginning time in, there's a little thing. Oh, there's a guy here. He saw us. So now you don't have to crouch anymore. Lock on, shield up. Boom, R2, boom. And now you hit him with the finisher. Little wolf. Oh, this guy. Dodge. 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 Lock on, shield up. Be patient, shield up. R2. Oh, he broke it. Oh, he's strong. So now you got to kind of improvise. So now look at the top left. We ain't got no health left. So now, you want to drink a potion. Drink another one. Now we're at full health. But we only have 2 potions left. Another wolf. Put your shield up. Wolves are weak, so they'll bounce off every time. Let them bite it at least once. R2, boom, dead. These guys drop shit. War pick, you got a new weapon. This little sneaky fucker's coming. Like the wolf bounced off. These guys are a little bit stronger, so let's see what happens. Circle, circle, and you hit. R2, boom, hit him with a finisher. We're in iframes now. He can't hurt us when we're in iframes. Circle to roll back a couple times. Shield up. Patience. Let him swing first. We could dance all day long, buddy. R2. Shield up. Finisher move. Oh, you got to be really close to do the finisher move. Alright, they're all out of our way. He dropped something. Lordsman Straight Sword. Let's see if that Lordsman Straight Sword's better than what we have. We have a long sword. See on the long sword that we have, physical is 110 plus 15. Your math will say that's 125 physical damage. This one is 115, but the red is 14. Strength is a D. Descaling or any kind of scaling, if it's in the red, that means that your strength is just not strong enough. So if we go to our status, our strength is 14. The higher that strength goes, the bigger the scaling goes. So now that if your strength was higher, that grade will be better. If it's at an A, that means you'll be one-shotting motherfuckers. We're just going to keep the sword that we have. So here's a little secret in this area. This area has this little place down here. Come down. Most of these little places called ruins. See how it says gatefront room? Most of these ruins have these little, what do you call these places, guys? Where the little door is down here, a little basement. But anyways, most of these ruins have like a little underground place that has a chest. And you open it and they have goodies. But this is a very valuable goodie. First you get an Ash of War, which is called Stomp. Okay. And now you have a whetstone knife. The whetstone knife is what you need to put Ashes of War on your weapons. I'm going to end the video as soon as I show you the Ash of War weapons. See that guy right there? He's like the boss of this little place. He's shit crap, but he's really good against you. Sneak up behind him, he don't know we're coming. If you're new, he's really strong. On my main account, I look at the guy and he dies. Let's lock onto him, shield up. He's strong. So he's going to break your posture. But we're going to roll back. And we just got to outsmart this guy. We know that he's going to break our shield posture. On his third hit, we jump. Shield up. It's got to be better than this guy. Let me switch over to my daggers. Hit him with a dagger. He broke our posture. So what you want to do is you want to unlock from him, turn around, and run away. If you hold down on your D-pad, it'll start you at the beginning. Right now we have our health flask. Shield up, roll. Because you know he's going to break your shield because he's a kind of like a mini boss in this area. So you got to figure out a way to beat him. Improvise. Third attack, jump, boom. Roll. One. Wait till he does that 3 attack. Let's dance. Come on. 1. Okay. Come on. This guy wants to play, huh? Just gonna run around him in circles. When he goes to swing, I hit him with a critical finisher move in his back. Killed me. See, when you're new, your posture is weak. Guys like this will kick your ass. But within 2-3 hours of grinding the game, you'll kick his ass. So if you started the last stake of America, whatever, but we're going to start at the last grace that we were at. And now it's going to respawn all these guys. And what we're going to go do is get back our runes. That way we don't lose them. Alright, so there's our runes. Straight ahead. Right there. Just pick them up. That way we don't lose them. We have 1009. And this whole place respawned. God, my guy's such a pussy right now, dude. It's so ridiculous. These fucking spear guys are so strong. Alright, let's see if we have enough to level up. So we're going to go back to the Grace, sit down, and see if we can level up. Alright, we can. So, listen. I'm going to end the stream here, but I'm going to show you what to do, whatever class you pick. We picked Vagabond. Vagabond is like a strength build. Strength is pretty much right here. If you hit your touchpad, you can have this menu here. If you go to Explanation, it'll show you everything. Vigor, HP. Mine, you can read this on your own, which is your FP, mana, endurance, what you need to carry a heavy load. Strength is how hard you hit and how many hits you can take. Dexterity, intelligence, blah, 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 blah. You can read all this on your own. And then you hit circle to back out. We're doing a strength build, so we want some strength. So we're going to hit right on our D-pad. We're going to hit X. We're going to accept. Now we don't have enough runes to level up again. And then you just... Oh, Ashes of War. Remember we got that whetstone? So now we have this Ash of War that we just picked up called Stomp. So any weapon that you have, some weapons have their own Ashes of War, so you can't put an Ash of War on them. But this weapon, you can actually put an Ash of War on. When you get later on in the game, when you hit X on Ashes of War, this whole thing is going to be full of fucking Ashes of War. There's going to be like 20 here. I got like 30 myself. Right now you have 1. So we're going to use this. Standard or quality. Whichever one you choose. Sometimes the quality, like say you have an Ash of War that's fire based. On your menu there, the fire will be more damage. But right now we don't, so we're just going to stick with standard. So let's see what this Ash of War does. Lock onto this guy, because he respawned. To use your Ash of War, get rid of your fucking shield. Now we have Storm Stomp. See, we have our shield out, now it's parry. Shield gone, now we have Storm Stomp. See what it does. L2. Nothing, because he has a shield up. Threw him off center. Motherfuckers acting like they're tough, guys. Oh, we just picked up a helmet. Let's see if we like it. Equipment, helmet. We like this one? No. It's weaker than the one that we have. Alright, let's find another guy to kill. Let's kill Horn Guy before he goes crazy. Fuck you. Yep, not fighting you right now, buddy. Take your aggro off and just run away. Because you're not strong enough yet. Run back to the side of Grace. Sit at it. All those guys that are running behind you, guess what? They're not there anymore. So anyways, we can't go this way. We ran into that brick wall with that giant. You need to farm to get your runes up. Farming means killing enemies. Little measly minion enemies. On the bottom right, you have your runes. Keep farming and farming and farming and farming until you have enough runes to level up. And then you can surpass your brick wall. I will do another live stream later to give you some tips to how to break through your brick walls. But for now, we're going to end it on this one. Alright, we'll see you in the next one.